The minute you make an adaptation, what you have to do is give every character a space in their own right and their own voice, not a reported voice. So the change that a stage adaptation has to achieve, which I think Simon Levy has done with fantastic panache, is to create characters who have their own history, baggage, and also existence in a world that is reported previously. The novel, in a sense, gets condensed and essence starts to be expressed, rather than it being this rampaging dance across all that I could ever imagine that Gatsby's world might be. The secondary part of it, I think, is that theatre requires quick, clear storytelling, whereas film can be luscious in its long sweeps. Imagine helicopter shots over the sound arriving at the house. You don't do that in theatre. You're in the moment because it's about people and space and time. I am aware that if I speak to 10 different people, I'll get 10 different responses as to what and who Gatsby is. But then I think there's also this moment of childish glee, which knows that you can't satisfy everybody, so it's better to go down your own road. And if some people get upset, that's not the intention, but that upset is because it matters so much. There are two challenges. The first is in its physicality. I've always looked at Great Gatsby as a road movie. It's about a journey. Most plays are anyway, but this novel is on the road and it's in specific locations, so it goes to a lot of places. And the second thing is, in most conversations I've had with people who are passionate about this book, the thing they remember straight away is the jazz age and the parties. The parties and the jazz age part of it account for about a third of it, and then it journeys into a much darker space. One of the anchors that Fitzgerald does, and in my research seems to have become incredibly important, are the motifs of colour. That there are no accidents within this novel. It's a really small book that is packed with both metaphor and idea, suggestion, and little nudges. He's really indirect, and I love that about him. And then there are these little nuance bits which are playful, or a memory, like the blue on the front cover of the original printing of the novel had become a great colour motif for us in the telling of this story. And I really like that as a framing. In deciding to make the world blue, for example, what you're doing is immediately rejecting naturalism. There's nothing about it that belongs in the realm of naturalism, and then the story can be told in as naturalistic form as you like, but we know we're in a fantasy world, and I think that's been a really important step. The other two really key elements are music and how that infuses this world. There's this sense that there's a party going on, and there's this moment in the novel where Nick Carraway describes about this fleets of vehicles arriving at Gatsby's house, and over the fence he could hear into the wee small hours a party. My key to doing this show is you have to have a sense of how fun it would be to live that, and the idea that there's no hangover. You know, this play is, and this story, this novel, is a place of contradiction. We're during the Prohibition and everybody's drunk. I love that. We have segregation and yet everybody's dancing to black music. You know, the rhythm of the night is coming from a place that is banned. I love that. So this cross-pollination, there's a sense of both naughtiness, salaciousness, and it's a journey of discovery sexually, politically. You know, we're 2 years away from complete revolution in everything that's going on in America, but also in the world. And we're in between two wars. We've had a war to end all wars that isn't, because we know we journey into another one very soon afterwards. But the people who survive it then come back, and if they've got the money, they party.